Welcome to your Leo full moon reading, and this of course is going to be at its climax on February 16th of 2022 at 11:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can figure out where that is at in your time zone. And it's beautiful. We have this wonderful, exciting, fun Leo energy that's coming about. And I wanted to talk just briefly about, before we jump into your reading, what this energy is bringing in. Of course, every 28, 29 days or so, we have a new cycle of moons, from new moons to full moons and back to new moons, and so it's always going that way. But also around every 6 months we have a cycle of going from the new moon in a sign to the full moon in a sign back to the new moon in a sign. So, you know, the new moon, the last new moon, I'll show you a little card here. I love this, all these beautiful sunflowers, because the Leo, I believe, is ruled by the sun, so this is beautiful energy. The last new moon we had was back on August 9th of 2021, and that energy that started us off on that journey, like it says here, shine, and like the sun shines, right? And that was about finding pride, you know, lion pride, in who you are, remembering respect for yourself, allowing your creative energy to bring like new and unique approaches to any of your challenges. So that was the energy that started up around there. And then 6 months later, here we're coming up around February 16th of the culmination. So during those 6 months, from there up to this point that's the journey that you've been having. So you can look at back on August 9th, see what was happening around that period of time, and just what has grown around your pride in yourself and the respect in yourself and your creative energy from that time. But the Leo full moon energy, this is about releasing now old thoughts and old beliefs about who you thought you were, you know, the old things that you thought you had pride in yourself, or the things that you were using to define your respect for yourself. And now you're releasing those and you're letting go. And like it mentions in here, little lion, go wild. Get out from all that restriction and all those old thoughts and beliefs. It also says that answers are coming. So enjoy your ride, have fun, love, smile, laugh. All of those things help you see and hear answers where you didn't see answers before. And it's about using your energy not to focus on your fears, but focus instead on what you want, not on what you don't want. Focus on what you're grateful for, because whatever you focus on is what is going to grow. So this is what this is about. And I love these cards are from this beautiful deck here. So I'll let you see that in case you want to check those out. And it gives you a lot of beautiful information about the moons and the phases of the moons. And in here, they mentioned like a full moon affirmation, which I really liked, which I'm going to alter a little bit, but they mentioned like the affirmation is, I live in the present and release all past pain. And I want to alter that and say, I live in the present and release all past pain and constriction and suffering and stress, because those are those old beliefs, the old ways of seeing yourself. And this is a transformation of seeing yourself in a whole new bright way, right? So I love this, and we're going to see what the Creator has to additionally provide you for each reading for each of the individual signs, and we're going to jump into your sign right now. All right, are you Cancer signs? This is your Leo full moon reading, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the You Are Awesome deck. This is just going to be what the Creator wants you to know overall for this Leo full moon for you. One more time. All right, so for our Cancer signs, what do you want them to know about this Leo full moon? Okay, there we go. And you have an alien unicorn. And that says, I scream it daily. I am OOTW awesome. Out of the world. Awesome. So you are out of this world. All right. And so, yeah, this is definitely about really, like we talked about, these last 6 months, you've been remembering this respect for yourself, finding this new pride in yourself. And this is like, especially around this full moon, if you're not screaming it daily, that you are truly out of this world awesome, you're extraordinary, and really believing that this is like this core message for you. We're also going to pull from these tarot to see what else the creator wants to add to that. All right, there we go. So what do you want our Cancer signs to know? Okay, so you've got the 5 of Swords. Okay, and then you have the Knight of Wands, the 7 of Wands, the Lovers. What else? Oh, we've got Death and Rebirth. You've got the Magician. I love that because I'll show it closer up. It looks like Cinderella and the 7 Dwarfs. And you've got, okay, yep, so you've got the Shadow and yep, the Wheel of Fortune. So some great cards coming up here for you. A lot of major arcana, which really shows, especially on this side, it's like you've got these life-changing things that are happening, whereas the suits are kind of about short-term kind of changes and adventures, where all these major arcana here are about your overall whole adventure of your life. So this is amazing that you've almost all of them, happen here for you. We're going to start off with this card here, and you've got the 5 of Swords. You can kind of see she's about to kill this giant turnip or onion or whatever it might be. And swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your mentalities. And 5s are all about change, all about this transformation of old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, and it's the conflict that comes up. So this is what is coming into your face around this full moon, which makes sense. You've been over these last 6 months been working on this, but this is coming to a head. It's like, you ready? It's time to do it. Now is the time to act. Now is the time to cut away those old thoughts and those old beliefs that are no longer serving you. So you are ready to make an end to it, literally, which is great. Then we're going to move into looking at these 3 cards together first. And this is the Knight of Wands. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration. It's your passion, also your spiritual energy. And so we'll take a look at that. You also have the 7 of Wands. You can see they're about to get spankened here. We'll talk about that in a sec. And then, like I said, you've got the Lovers card here, which is a major arcana, which is about passion. So all 3 of these together make total sense, because it's all about your passion. It's all about your drive. It's all about your energies that you exude. And this Knight is all about this new drive, this new passion coming in, which the 6 is, the Lovers card is about letting go of the old ways of thinking, your old rules. Think of like our teenage years, when we had all these rules that we were growing up with, and as like a toddler and a preteen, we're afraid to get punished. What are our parents going to think, or those in authority of us going to think? And or we like the praise that we get for being a good little boy, good little girl, however you identify, right? It's like you enjoy that praise. We avoid punishment. We like that praise, so we stay obeying all those rules, all those supposed to be's and shoulds, everything that we're, these things that we're ready to cut away, because we were using that praise and punishment to define who we were. But we hit teenage years, and whether it's our first crush, or we really like a band or a music group that we want to go see in concert, or we want to go see a movie that we're not supposed to see, and we're told no, punishment, but our passion is so ignited that we are willing to go against those fears. So we no longer, the fear energy gets outweighed by our passion energy, and so it wins out and we take action. And so that's what this is about, is this new passionate energy coming in, this new drive where you're just like, you don't care the risks, you're ready to make this new move and you're ready for this new adventure. Because the 7 of Wands, like the punishment we're talking about, the praise and punishment, is you don't feel like you have to defend yourself anymore because of this passion. Just makes you want to make that leap and to go that direction. Then we move down here and we'll look at these 3 cards together. And so I already showed you the Lover's card. Let me just try to do this without destroying everything. So see how it's like Snow White, if I said someone else, Snow White and the 7 dwarves, right? So, and she even has taken the apple, the thing that put us to sleep, the thing that kept us so submerged. This is like the death card. And what's amazing is you also have the Magician, which is the number 1, which is like a new beginning. This is the empowering piece. This is you, the true powerful you, which arises from this new birth that happens with this death and this rebirth. So when you combined the Lover's card and this death and rebirth and this Magician, it is all about taking this new passion, taking this new energy that you're having. Usually you'd see in the Magician, like in the Standard Tarot, they're holding a hand up to the heavens, which is a wands, and so you're holding the wand up, and that's your infinite self. Usually there's like a infinity symbol above them too, which represents the higher self, the true you, this amazing, powerful, supernatural being made of unconditional love. You have this beautiful energy that you bring down through you, and he has a hand extended to the ground, which is you bringing this new life to the ground, this new energy, this new passion into your life, this new energy. So this is this awesomeness. Like, instead of feeling so restricted and dead, literally, you have this new life that is coming forward for you, and this new energy that is coming into your life because of everything that you've been working through in the last 6 months. Which is interesting when we take these 3 cards together. You have the Shadow card, which is like called the Devil card too, because these little horns there. And the Wheel of Fortune. So you have this amazing kind of, this would like be your higher powerful self, and this would be your shadow self. So these are the 2 sides of you that exist on this planet. And this 10, this Wheel of Fortune has a beautiful story in there. Again, 10s, endings and new beginnings. But let me tell you about this here. So the Wheel of Fortune is before you come down to the planet, your higher self chooses that it's going to come down as an avatar, which is your shadow self, our human self, the one that is made with this fight or flight mode that's instilled within us, and our shadow side. And we come here on purpose, for a purpose. So our higher self chooses, this is the avatar that's going to represent me when I come down here. This is when I'm coming down. This is when I'm leaving. And these are all the fated events that I want to experience in life as I go through it. And we kind of transform our belief then that instead of that we're on this out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and blow up dramatically in this gorge, we realize that life is happening for us instead. We're on this monorail train like at Disneyland or Disney World that's actually connected to the track. It can't fly off. It moves smoothly on the track with all its stops that happen automatically, and we experience all the things that we want to experience as we're going through it. But when we're going through it, our shadow side, we still get to choose what story we apply to any fated event. We still get to choose what emotion we feel going through any event. So we still have this free will and this power of choice that allows us to experience whatever we wanted to experience. With your shadow card appearing here, this is a time where you're realizing, oh, you know, it's like I always have like this picture of Dr. Evil in the Austin Powers series where he would share with Austin Powers, who was the spy, the international man of mystery, the 007, but it was a comedy, of course, that Dr. Evil, who was the villain, would share the plot of what he was going to do, because he captured Austin Powers and he'd be tied up in some sort of situation where he's supposed to die. So he spills everything that's going to happen. And people would go, why do you keep telling him? He keeps escaping and foiling your plan. Well, this is our shadow winking at us going, this is what is keeping you feeling limited and small and keeping you in this game, wink, wink. And it's providing that information for us so that we could free ourselves from it and move into the next part of our journey. And so this is what this is all about, is your shadow is bringing up in a not subtle way those things that have made you feel small and incomplete and not so awesome over these last 6 months, on purpose, for a purpose, so that you could see the powerfulness that you truly are by experiencing like a dark night of the soul. In the darkness is when a firefly's magic is seen. So in the darkness, you're able to see this powerful being you really are. And you transform. You move from that caterpillar into a beautiful butterfly instead. As you see that life does not happen to you. You're not a victim of life, but that you're a victor and that life happens for you instead. So I love it. And then lastly, we're going to pull a card here from the Elemental Oracle. And this is just going to represent what is at the core element of this reading, of what this experience, this journey that they wanted to make you aware of around this Leo full moon. So for our Cancer signs, what's your final message for them for this Leo full moon, please? Whoa, okay, not all those. I know, I wish you could have I know we want all the messages that we can get, but we don't want to overwhelm, right? Okay, there we go. And you've got the depth, the lake. Beautiful water energy, and that is card 31. So we'll put that right here. And let's see what message comes with this. So do not take the shallow alternative. Dive deep, do the research, do not cut corners. You may not be seeing the whole picture, so take your time with a decision. Lakes are natural, self-contained bodies of water not connected with an ocean. They have their own ecosystems and often contain their own endemic species. Most have at least one stream or river directing the flow outwards. The different classifications of lakes include glacial, tectonic, fluvial, and shoreline, and those formed by meteorites hitting the earth. As they are often freshwater, historically lakes have attracted human occupancy as they are a water source. On Earth, most lakes were formed in the higher northern latitudes, although there are notable exceptions in Africa. Spiritually, lakes have been places of magician, right, and power. Lake Wanaka in New Zealand is said to breathe in and out with the giant that lies underneath it. Lake, I'm probably going to murder this, Baikal, B-A-I-K-A-L, in Siberia, sometimes referred to as the Sacred Sea, is the largest source of fresh water in the world, containing over 20% of the world's unfrozen fresh water. Over 633 kilometers long, it is very deep and its waters are very clear, and it contains over 3,000 unique species. One common shamanic practice is the offering of a small amount of vodka in certain sacred spots. It's also believed that something should be thrown into any fire you light as an offering to the spirits. It's said that if you bathe here or in other lakes, such as Lagarfjord, it's in Iceland, it's Lagarfljot, you will receive healing energies from the pure ancient waters. And the element, of course, is water, which is about your emotions. And so I really love that about this magic essence to this. It's about getting into the depths of who you really are, understanding that, which is all this journey that you've been on over this 6 months. And it's really pointing out this magician, really understanding this higher, powerful being that you are with this death and this rebirth that's happening. So I love it. You are a princess or a prince, however you identify, and you are waking up to become this powerful individual that you really are. And so I am loving this for you. I'm going to leave the reading there. I do want to let you know, in addition to these readings, I also do monthly readings for each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates for each of the elements like fire signs, water signs, etc., and new moon, full moon, and a variety of others. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those videos when I post them, if you give this video a little like and click the little thumbs up button, then click the subscribe button. That'll make this little notification bell pop up. And when you do that, you can set your setting to be notified immediately when new videos become available on this channel. That also helps spread the love, because when you like a video or share a video or subscribe to a channel, it just makes the YouTube algorithm giddy and it wants to share the videos of this channel with other people. So if you feel so inclined to do any of that, of course, I am very grateful, but never any pressure to do so. And just know that as you are going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. You have an amazing full moon. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. And until then, you take care.